Hello degenerates and welcome back to another NIKKE video, and today it is finally time we put an end to the discussion of who has the worst ass when it comes to collab characters. Yep, that is today's topic, exactly, a fantastic tier list on who has the worst absolutely possible abnormal ass in NIKKE Gods of Victory. Now, a couple things. Our ratings will be nice ass at the bottom, where you guys know there will be only 4 characters. Not awful, there is a couple in there, and then the ones that make you sleep, and then obviously the cream of the top characters with just having a plank and nothing in there. Okay, by the way, Arcana, the Arcana alt would be here in a plank if we would be rating normal characters. That said, there is a nice nifty feature on the custom tier list on the website. You can just click on show assets, and now we can see the assets. Okay, perfect, 10 out of 10. I know, the quality of life that really matters. Now, before we go into this whole rant about assets in NIKKE, we do have to thank our sponsors for today's video, LD Shop. LD Shop is a top-up website that includes really popular gacha games, amongst them obviously NIKKE Gods of Victory, and it's really simple to top up. You guys can save up to 19% for new customers, or if you are a returning one, you can get the 15% off, and on top of that a 5% if you guys use my link. The process to top up is really simple. You guys have 2 options: the login top up, which is the normal one where they log into your account, and the UID top up, which is the one I recommend, where you simply need to put your UID, what you want to be buying, your server, obviously, because you need to select your server. Remember that this does not work on the Taiwanese or the Hong Kong servers, but everywhere else it does work. So just put your server, your UID, what you want to be buying, and you can simply top up and you will be receiving it in game. The moment you're about to pay, or before you are going to pay, simply click on the coupons, scroll down, and you should see our 5% off coupon for using our community link down in the description below and on the pinned comment, and simply click on pay. And after that, you simply go back into the game, and if you selected the option to pay and use your UID, you will automatically receive everything you just paid for. That said, it's a really simple process. Once again, you guys can save up to 20% for a maximum of $30. If you guys spend over $80 in 1 month, you can also get completely for free a 30-day supply, aka our monthly card in NIKKE. So once again, you guys have the link in the description and also on a pinned comment. Thanks to all the player, and back to the video. And after all that promo is out, we can go left to right and start categorizing all our units in this beautiful tier list. I think we can start by just putting, some of these characters where they belong, which is sleeping. When it comes to the Evangelion units, personally, I'm just not a fan, at least me. I don't really care too much about them. I don't think they are, like, for example, Makoto or like Yukiko. But they clearly are still pretty bad. There is nothing there, okay? There is nothing there. It's pretty boring. We even got 2 collabs for some reason. Kim loves Evangelion so much. We got double collab, and they both are the same. It's like kind of sleepy. I just don't care enough about them. That's me. When it comes to power, I'm gonna be also 100% honest. I think the first collab we got with NIKKE was the worst collab we got ever, but it was overshadowed by the fact that people thought we won, myself included, if I remember correctly, because they removed the code on Makima, which, by the way, even if you remove the code on Makima, there is nothing here. There is nothing there, okay? Removing the code did absolutely nothing. And when it comes to Power herself, it's empty, guys. It is empty, okay? Power is sadly a nice waifu, but when it comes to the assets in NIKKE, there is nothing. Sadly, okay? Nothing in there. It is what it is. The collab was like, setting what NIKKE would be with collabs for the future, even though they did kind of redeem themselves with the next one, but we'll talk about it on a second. Now we can go into Queen Makoto. You guys know where she goes, okay? There is not many characters that will be into this plank category, but she is 100% the leading unit in the plank category. I'm not gonna be ordering them by who's the biggest plank. It's just for Makoto, so we can see, understand a little bit better how bad it is. Which, by the way, I do truly believe it's the worst in the game by far. Sefhi is like the game versions, this and that. I don't care about the game version, but I'm not playing NIKKE. I'm not playing Persona, okay? If I'm playing NIKKE, there is a clear reason why you are playing this game, okay? Let's stop the cap here for a second. And even more so when you get a collab into this game, you know why you're getting collab into this game, right? I think we can stop trying to pretend otherwise. That's it. We can go into Rei, and Rei can go into the sleepy category with Asuka. I don't remember if this is the first or the second raid. I don't care. They both will be going into the same category, which is kind of sleepy. There is nothing there. Evangelion was kind of boring. They are characters that have aged decently, I will say. The best one obviously is still being Wille. Honestly, I will even say Fire Ray has aged better than Fire Asuka, because at least Fire Ray is still used on raids as a buffer depending on what team composition you are running, while Fire Asuka is not even used in most fire content nowadays. So it is what it is, you know. Then we can go into Emilia. Emilia will be going into the also a plank category. Okay, guys, there is nothing. This is the worst, well, not the worst, one of the worst characters in the game, with one of the, no, not one of the worst gacha skin in the game. $60 for this maid outfit. It's a crime. Should be a crime against humanity. That's it. Nothing here. All right. If you like Emilia, you got shafted on this game. Nice idol here. Nice cover pose. Not awful. But when it comes to the shooting pose itself, really bad. Then we can go into Makima. We're talking about her already. There is nothing. Even if you remove the code, okay, there is nothing in there. I don't think it's as bad as Power. I think it's just sleepy, right? It's just sleepy. But there is nothing in there. When it comes to Rem, it's even worse. She's going to be going into the plank category as well, because sadly, a lot of these units just got nothing. But they got shafted. I think this was one of like the lowest effort collabs we've gotten, because all of the skins, which lore-wise made sense, they were outfits from the Made For You squad. But at the same time, it's like, bitch, you're making all of these skins for free, just being a recolor or re-skin from another character into this character, which is super lazy. And even the paid skins weren't that good. So, you know, it goes into the plain category. There is nothing here, even though this was a character that could have potentially been really good. And if somehow we do get treasures for abnormal characters, which I highly doubt, Rem could be a good character. Her concept for her kit, it is actually good. She was one of the first Scarlet Black Shadow buffers. Now, I don't think I have to explain, but obviously 2B and both A2 will be going to the nice ads category, because they are the only good collab we have gotten in this game. Fantastic. Even to this day, it has aged so well. When it comes to assets, that 2B still has one of the best assets in the game by far. My god, she looks fine, by the way. I get paid to make booty tier list, by the way. My god, I need to change career path, guys. Alright, both of them go there. Both of them fantastic. I do like their looks. Sadly, meta-wise, considering how old the collab is, they are both useless, okay? That you cannot use them like for anything nowadays. 2B, we can cope that we are getting more and more HP buffers, and maybe you could see some usage in the future for her if we get enough HP scalers, but at least for now, not so much, alright? I still love her though. One of my favorite characters collab-wise. Then we go into Takina. I'm gonna be putting Takina on a plank. I'm not gonna be putting her on a sleepy, because it's not a sleepy. It's just that there is nothing there. The Rico is, what was even, I don't even remember the name, guys, okay? The Rico collab was pretty bad. Personally, it was kind of like a letdown, because a lot of people were sharing GIFs of the anime and the series and whatnot, and the character didn't look awful, but they even nerfed Chisato Tights, and it was like, okay, whatever. So, personally, don't like it. Then we can go into the second Asuka, which it doesn't matter if they change how she shoots in the pose. It's still a sleepy one, in my opinion. There is nothing in there. And we can go into the other Rei, which is the second Rei, because this is the tentative name. So, same thing. They all go into the sleepy category. There is nothing in there. Evangelion was pretty boring. We could even put the other Evangelion collab directly in there, which is Mari, but we'll do it later. Yukiko will be going, obviously, into the blank category. Once again, Persona collab itself has been the worst one fan service-wise, but at least kid-wise, they are pretty decent for fire content. Outside fire content, highly doubt we will even see them at all, because there is no reason to. They are losing a huge chunk of their kits, but for fire content, it's nice. We will see how they age in the upcoming raids. When it comes to Raven, obviously, we'll be going to nice ass. I think default Raven is not the best ass. Obviously, you need her skin to make it even better. But even her default has a pretty nice animation. So, you know, I'm gonna be putting it in here because, my god, I'm a simp for this girl. And by the way, I'm so bad at normal games that I spend like 8 hours trying to beat her. But let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. Chisa though goes with Takina into the obviously the plank category. Once again, Liko Reco had no fan service whatsoever on either of the characters. It's just not good. A lot of people will say like, oh well, they're high schoolers. I feel like, first of all, it's an anime. Let's just stop pretending the gap. You know, I think we are all adults here to distinguish between real life and a fucking video game, right? Okay. Second, it's like when you're playing NIKKE, where the main selling point is still the shooting pose of the characters, you should be picking better collabs. So, then we can go into Eve, which is a fantastic character right here. I'm not gonna be putting Aegis because it's an SR unit, and I have not added any SR characters. I don't know what I left Aegis in there. But yeah, both Eve and Raven are really good. It's the only other collab outside of Nier where we got actually good fan service, and the reason is that it's their own IP. Which, you know, if they didn't have fan service on their own IP, then that would be a huge drama probably for most people. Eve has still like one of the best shooting poses, by the way. My god, she looks fine. Her skin is really good, but since it was kind of like close to her base default form, I didn't buy it, I'm gonna be honest. Then we go into Mari. She will go into the sleepy category once again. All of the Evangelion characters go here together. Personally, I don't care about them. I don't think they have a good ass, and I think it's pretty bad. And then we go into Jill and Ada. I think Jill is not awful. It's not a nice ass, because she's not, but at least it's pretty big, and you can see it's there. It's just that there is not enough jiggle, right? That said, in my opinion, she's not an awful ass to look at. And sadly, I would love to put Ada on the same category as Jill, but she is worse. Like, if we're talking about like just her ass itself, it is a worse ass. So I don't think I'm going to be putting in not awful. I think she goes into the sleepy category, because as much as I like her and as much as she's a great character, when it comes to the there's nothing there. There's nothing there. So she will be going into the sleepy category as well. And we can delete this. So we are done with our fantastic asset tier list for the abnormal characters. I think there is only 4 good assets when it comes to abnormal units. One that is not that bad, and everything else is actually pretty bad. And with this, we can say safely that you guys should never expect fan service on collabs with NIKKE, because as time goes by and we get more and more collabs, it is clearly shown it's not the case. Okay, we have gotten 2 collabs with fan service. Everything else has been really, really mid. When it comes to the kids, however, they are getting better and better and better. So at least that is something. That said, that's basically everything for this video. Do let me know where you guys will put the characters, and if you think there is any of the other girls that you could consider having a good ass, so I can beat you up for saying such a sacrilege words. That said, I'm out. I'm gonna be going. I should be home soon, and we can have normal videos once again. But as usual, until then, I'm on the what is the correct word for this? On the bad setup with my laptop and my mic in hand. That's it. Once again, thank you to all the shop for sponsoring this video. Good luck to all of you with your pool, the internets. See you in the next one.